Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went there in the first place? Like you're standing there looking around like a confused robot, wondering what your mission was? Well, it turns out there's actual science behind this incredibly frustrating phenomenon, and it's called the doorway effect. Your brain isn't broken, and you're not losing your mind. What's happening is actually a clever survival mechanism that's been hardwired into your neural circuitry for thousands of years. Every time you walk through a doorway, your brain essentially hits the reset button on your working memory. Think of your brain like a computer with limited RAM. When you're in your living room thinking about grabbing a snack from the kitchen, your brain is processing all the visual information around you: the temperature, the lighting, maybe the TV in the background. But the moment you cross that threshold into the kitchen, your brain recognizes you've entered a completely new environment. This triggers what researchers call an event boundary. Your brain basically says, "Okay, we're in a new space now. Time to clear the cache and focus on what's immediately relevant here." It's like your mind is doing spring cleaning every time you change rooms, dumping what it considers old information to make space for new environmental data. The fascinating part is that this happens automatically and unconsciously. You have zero control over it. Studies have shown that people are significantly more likely to forget information when they've walked through a doorway compared to walking the same distance within the same room. Distance isn't the factor here. It's the actual act of crossing a boundary. This memory flush served our ancestors incredibly well. When early humans moved from one area to another, they needed to quickly assess new threats, food sources, and navigation challenges. Holding on to detailed memories about the previous location could actually slow down their reaction time to immediate dangers. But in our modern world of safe indoor spaces, this ancient programming becomes more annoying than helpful. You walk upstairs to get something specific, and by the time you reach the bedroom, your brain has already archived that intention as irrelevant old data. The effect isn't just limited to physical doorways either. Researchers have found that virtual doorways in video games trigger the same memory reset. Even imagining walking through a doorway can cause people to forget information more readily than imagining walking down a hallway. Here's the kicker, though. There are ways to work around this biological quirk. Speaking your intention out loud before moving between rooms can help cement it in your memory. The verbal reinforcement gives your brain an extra anchor point that's harder to flush away. You can also try the visualization trick. Before leaving a room, take a moment to mentally rehearse what you're planning to do in the next space. This creates a stronger memory trace that's more likely to survive the doorway reset. Another strategy is to carry a physical object related to your task. Your brain treats this as environmental continuity, making it less likely to trigger a complete memory wipe. So next time you find yourself standing confused in a room, remember that your brain is just doing its job, protecting you from information overload in a world full of doorways.